Chuck Lawson at Blessed by Sound.
Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be explaining two of the most effective methods that you can use to eliminate negative thoughts and beliefs that have been carried throughout our lives. I've been using this technique for quite some time, and it has changed my life in the most wonderful ways. I know for certain that if you implement this on a consistent and persistent basis, you too shall experience many blessings that will last a lifetime. In the words of Louise Hay, every thought you think and words you speak is an affirmation. Words spoken from within or without emit energy that influence the way you feel, and emotions are the language of the subconscious. Because the majority of us speak negatively on a daily basis, we drain ourselves with useless thoughts that hinder our progression and journey to loving oneself. First step, deliberately talking positively to yourself. Deliberate positive self-talk will completely release you from the bondages of negative thinking. By deliberately talking to yourself positively for the majority of the day, every single day for 1 month, you will have successfully reprogrammed your subconscious to automatically be supportive and kind towards you. Do this method for 3 months, and your subconscious will permanently be programmed to positive self-talk. Optional second step, cutting negative thoughts and awareness of the way you feel. If you are finding it difficult to talk to yourself in a positive manner because of the inner critic that continues to communicate with you, this technique will be perfect for eliminating those negative thoughts and feelings. Though, before I start, this may sound difficult to believe for some who have had traumatic experiences happen in their lives, but you are the operant power of your inner thoughts. So every time you hear the ego, it is actually you inflicting pain on yourself. Knowing and believing this to be true, you will be able to release yourself from the ego, and I promise you that you will be the master of your own mind, as it has always been intended for you in this lifetime. Now I will be explaining the next method for negative thinking and beliefs. Negative feelings will most likely have a thought attached to them, so for this method to work, you need to always be aware of the negative emotions you feel. Every time you feel these emotions, cut the thoughts immediately and bring your focus back to the feeling. While doing so, you can either repeat the words "I love you, thank you" until the negative emotions fade, as this is great for people who still hear nagging from within. If you have no inner critic, you can easily take a couple of long deep breaths while being aware of the way you feel as you start to calm your emotions. So let's recap once more. Step 1. Awareness of negative emotion. Step 2. Cut the thought immediately. Step 3. Choose whether to repeat the words "I love you, thank you" or take deep breaths. Step 4. Bring your focus back to where you are feeling the negative emotion until it gradually disappears. And that's all there is to it. When you are first starting this technique, you may find it to be difficult, but I assure you that when you keep persisting in this practice, you will gradually be better at it in time. The reason why I find this method to be optional is because even if your ego continues to nag at you, overriding and talking over the ego with deliberate positive self-talk will still change the way you think in 1 month. You will find this to be true in just a couple of weeks. You should also ask yourself questions like, do these emotions really feel that bad? In the end, you will no longer be feeling them as much, even at all for that matter. With these methods implemented daily, you will forever be free from negative thoughts and emotions. You will continuously stay in a state of peace, and you will always be present in the moment. For those of you who stick to this practice for the next month, I salute you and congratulations. Sometimes you may experience what seems like a millisecond of a negative emotion, as though there were a spike in the way you feel, but that is perfectly fine, because it no longer has such power to manifest negative circumstances in your life, and it should just be used as intuitive guidance. Thank you for listening, and I hope you live the most wonderful and blessed life.